just beyond our realm exists the Shadowland known as the Nethervoid, which is a cold demonic plane of infinite evil. Through research of ancient lore, you have unraveled the secret of the Green Book, which foretells of a coming apocalypse caused by a rift that is slowly manifesting between this realm and our own.
It speaks of hordes of monsters ravishing our lands, oceans freezing under a blackened sun, skies polluted with acidic rain. Passing through the rift, you have heeded the call of the Dark Carnival to embark on a perilous quest. With little more than the help of a few ninjas, you will try to gather more powerful allies to face the horrors of the Nethervoid.
You must be beyond resilient, however, for others have been summoned to the cause, but there can be only one. Prove yourself worthy and you will win the favor of the Dark Carnival, thus earning the right to lead its army against this diabolical threat. But fail, and you will fall victim to the terrors that await you within the Nethervoid's cold, dark depths.
You are invited to come along with Jumpsteady and myself as we are joined by Natalie the Ring Girl as we delve deep into the Nethervoid in the Dark Carnival's first deck building game, Into the Echoside.
Hi, I'm Natalie the Ring Girl, and I have been the JCW Ring Girl for the past 16 years. I am also co-host to The Juggalo Show with Jumpsteady, Rude Boy, and KG, Kevin Gill. Hopefully Rob will take it easy on me today, playing Into the Echoside.
Into the Echoside is a deck building game designed by myself, Jumpsteady, and Tom Wood, where you get to play amazing characters from the world of the Dark Carnival, such as the Ringmaster and Vera Lee, iconic psychopathic artists such as Shaggy Two Dope and Young Wicked, and underground legends such as Monoxide and Tech 9, and a super amazing mashup of Juggalo favorites. At the start of the game, everyone begins the same deck comprised of rather weak Ninja and Hound Dog starter cards, which will allow you to increase your karma, which is the currency used to purchase stronger cards from the gallery. You will then place any new cards just purchased, along with all the cards played, into your discard pile. Once you reshuffle your deck, you will have the chance to get the stronger cards purchased from previous rounds, thus continuing to improve your deck as you continue to build your army. Along the way, players will hinder their opponents with the use of Stomp, Fiends, and some rather useful item cards. Players will develop their own strategies and playstyles to win based on the 3 primary crew cards in the game. Each time you play Into the Echoside, different character, item, and fiend cards will come up in the gallery, so no 2 games are ever the same. In the end, whoever has the most gathering points worth of cards in their deck wins the game. So, who will win the favor of the Dark Carnival? Who will succumb to the Nethervoid's cold, dark depths? Let's find out by playing Into the Echoside.
So Natalie, we find ourselves here at the How to Play video for Into the Echoside. This is a grand moment. And just to get a little insight into who you are as a player before we get into how to play the game, what is your favorite crew that you'd say that you like to use?
Psychopathic.
Psychopathic? All right, that's a good answer. You know, I gotta say that I'm definitely leaning toward, if I had to pick one, I would say Dark Carnival. But, like, to me, it's all what comes out first on the board, because I can play any crew. And to me, like, just some basic inside tips on strategy, since you're new to the game, it's all about what comes out first on the board. To me, that determines what direction that I'm going in as far as what crews I'm trying to stick to. And you definitely want to try to stick to 1 to 2 crews when you play the game. Just a little inside tip. All right, so for the beginning of this video, what I want to do is show you how to properly set up the board. All right, so we're going to start with the actual board itself. Obviously, you lay it out in between the players. All right, then you take one of these reference cards and you lay these out. The reference cards basically show you the turn summary, unity benefits, Wheel of Fate, all of which we'll get into later in the video. The next thing you'd want to do is remove, if you're playing a basic game, you want to remove all the fiends out of the deck, okay? And basically these 3 item cards, the 2 MyAxe cards and the toy box cards, that's if you're playing the basic game. But we're not playing the basic game. We're going to go right into the advanced game because that's the only game I really like to play. And the game was actually designed for advanced play as it is. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle these in, all these cards into the deck. So anyway, those are shuffled in. We're going to get to that later. All right, next we're going to take the starter cards. So basically for each player, you get 7 ninja starter cards, all right? Now there's enough starter cards in here for actually 5 players, but the game is best played for 4 players or less, all right? Which I don't recommend 5 players or more because it definitely slows down. So anyway, you get 7 ninja cards for each player and 3 hound dog cards, okay? So there's your starting deck, all right? Now I'm gonna get 7 myself, and these are all identical. And 3 hound dog cards. Okay, now the rest of the starter cards, you set these aside. They're not going to be used at all in the game. So just get them, put them in the box or whatever. All right, so you take these starter cards that you have, all right, and these are actually the weakest cards in the game. So as the game progresses, you're going to get better and better cards, but everybody starts with the exact same identical deck. So you take all these cards together and you shuffle them thoroughly. Okay? Once they're thoroughly shuffled, you place your deck down in front of you. All right, now this creates what's known as your personal deck. You have your deck, I have mine. This is what we're starting with.
Okay.
Draw 5 cards, and this is your starting hand. Now you can look at your cards, but you keep your hand secret from other players. So you never reveal your cards to other players until you're actually playing them.
Okay.
All right, next thing we got is the Juggalo deck. Now for the Juggalo deck, we go ahead and shuffle this. All right, then once you thoroughly shuffle the Juggalo deck, you put it on the board face up. All right, next we're going to do the flavor cards, okay? Flavor cards, basically they all say flavor at the bottom, and they have a different backing than any other deck in the game. So take the flavor cards, all the flavor cards in the game, and thoroughly shuffle them. All right. Once you've thoroughly shuffled the flavor cards, you can actually place them on the board where it says flavor deck. Okay. All right, next we do the epic cards. All right, there's 12 epic cards in the game. They actually say epic at the bottom. Thoroughly shuffle the all 12 epic cards. All right, once you've thoroughly shuffled the epic cards, you place them face down in the epic deck area of the board. All right, now, if you're playing a 4-player game, you play with all 12 epic cards. If you're playing a 3-player game, you take off 2 off the top. And if you're playing a 2-player game like we are, you actually remove 4 off the top of the deck, okay? You don't look at these cards and you set them aside, all right? They're out of play. So for a 2-player game, we'll actually be playing with 8 epic cards.
Okay.
All right? And then finally, we take the main deck, which we already thoroughly shuffled because we added in the advanced cards. And then you place that face down in the main deck area of the board. Now the main deck is comprised of every card that is not a flavor Juggalo epic card or a starter card. Basically every card that doesn't have the stars at the bottom. When you look at these cards, like for instance the Juggalo card on the top, there's stars at the bottom next to its type. Then you're going to lay out the top 6 cards into the gallery to fill these empty slots until you filled all 6 of them. Now the epic tier is actually, you use epic cards to place in the epic tier, so there's 3 of them. All right. So now you have a fully set up board. This is exactly what it should look like when you're ready to play into the Echoside. The flavor discard and the abyss are empty at the start of the game. We'll explain that as we play the game. All right, the last step we do is we roll a 12-sided die to see who goes first.
All right.
And I'm warning you, I'm going to try to win because I play to win always. All right, I got a 2.
Oh, I have a chance.
All right.
I got a
All right,
7.
so you go first.
All right.
All right, so when playing cards within the Echoside, you have to play them on the board one at a time. Okay. Resolve the effect of the card that you play before you play the next one. Obviously, in the beginning, We're very limited in what our abilities are. All right, so go ahead and lay your cards, and I'll try to explain what's going on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to start out with a ninja.
Okay, so the ninja gives you +1 karma. Now, karma is currency used in the game. Okay, think of it as money. All right, and with that currency, you can purchase cards in the gallery and the epic tier, and also a juggalo card. Okay? The cost of these cards is reflected in the number in the top left corner.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and continue your hand.
So I have 1 karma.
Right.
Got ninja
Okay.
again.
Now the thing with the karma is that it pools. So you don't have to spend it right away. Like right now you have 2 karma. You could, for instance, buy the Drainer Road Monks that's on the gallery, that's sitting in the gallery because it costs us 2. But you can spend karma at any time you want. So typically what most players do is they'll play all their cards first, pool all their karma, so they have their total karma at the very end of their hand once they played all 5 cards, and then start to decide what they want to purchase.
Right.
All right, so go ahead and continue.
Okay. I've got 3 karma, and then now I have the hound dogs and another hound dog. So.
Okay, so the ninjas, right? This is basically all you have for this hand. You have three karma total. Okay, with all the ninjas. You played every card out of your hand, which is the 5 starter cards that you started with, which was your starting hand. Now the hound dog card is choose a crew. This card becomes that crew until the end of your turn. Okay, so if you had another one, it would be a benefit, because in the game there's something known as unity benefits. Okay. A lot of the cards in the game have a crew, all right? There's 3 primary crews in the game. There's Psychopathic, Underground, and Dark Carnival, okay? In your hand, if you ever play 3 or more cards of the same crew, you get a unity benefit, as is detailed on the reference card. For example, if you played 3 Dark Carnival cards, you'd get +2 karma. If you played 3 Psychopathic cards, you would get to draw a card. And if you play 3 Underground cards, you get to draw a flavor card. Okay, so what you're about to do is about to purchase a card, right?
Correct.
That's what the whole game is about, is you're purchasing cards and adding them to your deck. Okay, and eventually you're going to start to draw those cards that you purchased on previous turns, which will allow you to get these unity benefits. Okay.
Right.
Now the hound dog card is interesting because it's not totally useless. Like let's say if you had played a Dark Carnival card and then these 2 hound dogs. You can play that Dark Carnival card, play a hound dog, declare it Dark Carnival, play another hound dog, declare it Dark Carnival, and now you have 3 Dark Carnival cards. Thus, you would gain a unity benefit because you have 3 cards in play of the same crew.
Nice.
Okay, so it's a little bit complicated right now, but believe me, the game is like super simple. Like once you've played it, like once or twice, as you know, the game is super simple because it all come together. But anyway, so what are you going to purchase with your 3 karma?
Okay, with my 3 karma, I'm going to go ahead and purchase the homies card.
Okay, so you purchase the homies card, which is a Psychopathic card. Now,
Correct.
when you purchase any card, it goes straight to your discard pile.
Okay.
All right, immediately. Now, the discard pile is just set up right next to your deck, okay? And that becomes your discard pile. So that's the most difficult thing that new players have trouble grasping, is that when you buy a card, it doesn't go into your hand. It goes straight to your discard pile. Now, eventually, once you've gone through your entire deck, you'll be able to shuffle your deck, and then you'll have a chance to actually draw it. So you're actually purchasing cards for the future of the game, not for right now. Okay, now, and then at the end of your turn, you do the end of the turn thing, which is you discard all the cards in play, and if you had any cards still remaining in your hand, because you don't have to play all the cards in your hand if you don't want to, you would discard those as well.
Okay.
If you have any remaining karma, it goes to 0. You replace the card in the gallery with a new one, and that card only gets replaced at the end. Any cards purchased, they don't get replaced until the very end of your turn. Okay.
Okay.
So you replace that, and then you draw 5 new cards. And you can't play any of these cards this turn. This is drawing cards for your next turn.
Okay.
And then play passes to your opponent, which is me. Okay,
right.
straight. All right. So you're good to go there. All right, so I have a ninja. I play another ninja, play another ninja, play another ninja. So I have a total of 4 karma in all, and I'm going to go ahead and purchase the super ninjas from the board, which goes immediately into my discard pile, and it's a Psychopathic crew card. All right, I choose not to play this remaining card in my hand, so it's basically the end of my turn. I discard all cards in play and that's in my hand. Okay, I don't have any karma left. I replace this with a new card, which is Juggalo Juice, and then I draw 5 new cards to create my new hand, and then play goes to you.
Okay.
And again, we'll try to explain all these cards as they come out, because there's item cards, there's fiend cards, there's all different type of cards. There's Juggalo cards, which we'll get to that once we purchase one. Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and begin. I've got a ninja, another ninja, 3 and 4 ninjas, and I am going to pick up KG, Kevin Gill.
Okay.
Okay, and then my...
All right, again, that goes immediately into your discard.
Discard pile.
Yep.
Discard pile, I'll replace this one. And I've got to shuffle these.
All right. So I'm going to play a ninja. I'm going to play a ninja and another ninja. I'm going to keep these cards in my hand because they're hound dogs and they're not really going to help me. And then with these 3 cards, I'm going to go ahead and purchase a Juggalo. Now I wanted to talk about the Juggalo deck for a minute. All right, first of all, any deck that's face up, you can look through it. So like, if you wanted to, you could look through my discard pile just to try to glean information from it. I can look through yours. We can look through the Juggalo deck at any time. Now, with Juggalos, there are 3 different crews of Juggalos. Some Juggalos are Psychopathic, some Juggalos are Underground, and some Juggalos are Dark Carnival. So it matters if you're trying to keep your Unity benefit, which Juggalo you actually buy, okay? Now, every player has the ability for 1 karma, they can take the Juggalo that's on the top of the deck and put it on the bottom, okay? That costs 1 karma. Anybody can do that, all right? Or you can just choose to purchase the top Juggalo, but you can only purchase the Juggalo that's on top. Okay, so let's say you're trying to, like in this instance, you're trying to, keep to your Underground Unity. You would want to spend 1 to put this Juggalo on the bottom and buy the next card. But anyway, so the actual Juggalo that's on top is a Psychopathic Juggalo. That's the one I want. It costs 3, so I purchase that. It goes right to my discard pile. Okay, and then that's it. That's all I can do because I have 3 karma. So I discard my cards. That goes there. I don't have to replace anything because I bought a Juggalo deck. Now you can always purchase Juggalos as long as there's a stack of Juggalos right there, and they usually never run out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle my card.
So potentially I could use 1 if I think that you want the card on top. I could do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like if I was going for Underground,
Right.
I'm just building Underground. Yeah, if you had 1 karma left over, you could put that Underground at the bottom just to bone me. Yes.
Nice.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, you got some strategy. All right. That's right. I'll see how you do.
Okay. So I'm going to start with my next move. I have the Homies card, which is +2 karma.
Let's take a moment to talk about the effect of a card. Basically, the effect is what the card does. Sometimes the text will read, you may, sometimes it'll say, or. When the card says you may, that gives you a choice that you may do the effect or you do not have to do the effect. When the card says or, you have a choice between 2 effects that are listed on the same card, which means you can do one or the other. Let's take the Homies card, for example. Its effect states +2 karma and reveal your deck's top card. You may discard it or return it face down. Now the first part of that effect, +2 karma and reveal your deck's top card, you must do. The second part, however, you may discard it or return it face down, says you may, so you can either discard it or return it face down, your choice. So now let's return to our game, already in progress.
I'm going to declare the Hound Dog's Psychopathic, and then I'm also going to declare the Hound Dog Psychopathic so I can use a Unity benefit, which is to draw another card.
Yep, the Psychopathic Unity is draw a card. Now, whenever you draw a card, it's always from your deck.
Okay.
Okay? So anytime any effect allows you to draw a card, it's always talking about from your deck unless it states otherwise. Okay. And then when you draw a card, you get to add it to your hand. You can play that drawn card at any time, anytime during your turn. And it's literally added to your cards in your hand. So now for this turn, you'll have 6 cards to play with.
Okay. And I have 2 karma so far. I'm going to play a ninja, which gives me 3 karma. Another ninja, which gives me 4 karma. And I'll choose not to play the last one. I'm going to go ahead and get the Juggalo juice.
Okay.
And I'm also going to get the deranged road.
Okay, let's explain the Juggalo juice first. Okay, so this is an item card. So we're going to explain that, how item cards work when it comes up. But whenever you buy an item card, it goes right to your discard pile, just like any other cards.
Okay.
Right? Now, the Drainer Road Monks is actually a Fiend card. Now, this is an advanced play card. So whenever you buy a Fiend card, it goes right into play.
Unlike other cards, when you put a Fiend card into play, you do not have to resolve its effect immediately, but instead, you may choose to use it at any time during your current turn, or even on a future turn.
And so this comes right into play. You can use it at any time that's appropriate. This particular one is abolish this card to stop an opponent's card being played.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have to describe what stop is. All right, so any card that has the boot icon, it basically means that it has the ability to stop.
Okay.
And what stop is the ability to counter a card that your opponent is playing. Okay, the only cards you can't stop is a card that has the shield icon. Okay, those are the only ones that aren't you cannot target with a stop. So when you play this particular card, you have to abolish it. All right, what abolish means is any card being abolished goes straight to the abyss. Okay? So when you play this card, it's a one-time use and it goes to the abyss. Now, typically cards in the abyss are out of play.
All Fiend cards have a one-time use. Fiend cards used during your turn would stay in play until the end of your turn and then be sent to the abyss. Also, the Stomp effect works differently on Fiends. You cannot use the Stomp effect when a Fiend is first being put into play, like all other cards. You may only target a Fiend card with a Stomp when a player is trying to use the Fiend's effect. Players may wait to see who any potential targets of a Fiend card's effect are before deciding if they want to stomp it or not.
So this is a one-time effect to stop something your opponent is doing. Okay. And that's what the stomp is. Now we'll get to that. All right. Now when you want to play a stomp, you got to basically state, I'm stomping that card with my monks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Whatever card I'm playing that doesn't have a shield. Okay. All right. So it's the end of your turn, and you basically have this loaded gun on the table. Right. Okay. So we gotta replace the gallery, and we're good to go. All right, so you're done, and it's my turn. All right, so I'm going to start with the Juggalo for +2 karma. And then I'm going to play a ninja for +1 karma. I'm going to play a ninja for +1 karma. I'm going to play a ninja for +1 karma. And I'm going to play another ninja for +1 karma. So I have 6 karma to spend currently, so I am going to go ahead and buy this Chuck the Chainsaw item card, which goes right to my discard pile. All right.
Okay.
So all my cards at the end of my turn get discarded. I put out another card into the gallery and I draw 5 new cards.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with KG Kevin Gill, which is 2 karma.
All right. So this is an interesting card because it's +2 karma, and none of your cards, including Fiends, can be stopped this turn. So if I had any stop ability, which I don't because I haven't bought any, but if I did, all your cards would be protected the entire round. I could not stop any of your cards. So whenever you have a card like this, you want to play it first because it protects your entire hand.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay. So 2 karma. I'm going to ninja, another karma, ninja, ninja, and ninja. So I have 4 ninjas and the KG Kevin Gill, which gives me 6. I'm going to go ahead and get, let's do I'm gonna go ahead and get the Hype Man. And I'm gonna do a Juggalo card as well.
Okay.
So.
All right, so those go immediately to your discard. Yep.
And right here. Replace that. Oh.
All right. So I'm gonna play this one, +1 Karma, the Super Ninjas, +1 Karma and draw a card. So it basically gives me +1 Karma and the ability to draw a card. And again, whenever you draw a card, you draw it right from your deck. I'm gonna play Hound Dogs. I have to choose a crew, and I will choose Psychopathic. So this card becomes Psychopathic.
When you put a card into play, you must resolve the effect of the card immediately before any other actions are taken on your turn. Let's take the Hound Dogs card for example. Once you place the Hound Dogs card into play, you must declare which crew you would like it to become immediately. If you forget to choose its crew type and you do another action such as play an item card or gain a unity benefit, you lose the Hound Dogs effect because you forgot to use it. Also, keep in mind that Karma is always automatically pooled as soon as each card is played.
I play another Hound Dog. It's also Psychopathic. So now I get the Unity benefit because I have 3 Psychopathic cards in play. And when you get a Unity benefit, you don't have to use it right away. That's another thing. You could choose to use it at any time during your turn. So you don't necessarily have to pull the trigger on this now. And another thing is you can only ever gain 1 Unity benefit. No matter how many cards you have in play, you can only gain 1 Unity benefit once per your turn. So if you got like the Psychopathic Unity, I can't get any other Unity benefits my entire turn. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take it now and draw a card with the Psychopathic Unity benefit. So right now I have 1 Karma, 2 Karma with the Ninja, play another Ninja, 3 Karma, play another Ninja, 4 Karma. All right, so I have exactly 4 Karma. All right, and I'm gonna buy this Amy in the Attic card, which goes to my discard. And then I'm gonna choose not to play this card, but all these cards go to my discard. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna replace the gallery. And then shuffle my cards and draw 5 new cards. And my turn is done.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the Ninja +1 Karma. The Ninja +1 Karma. I'm going to choose not to play these 3 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and move the Dark Carnival Juggalo card down to the bottom. So my hand is done.
You must have a pretty hand.
I know, right?
What did you have in your hand?
3 Hound Dogs and 2...
Well, you can take those 3 Hound Dogs, actually. This is something interesting.
Oh.
You can take these 3 Hound Dogs, if we can back your turn up, and you can make them any crew you want. So you could, like, for instance, when you play this, right? Mm-hmm. You can be like, all right, Hound Dogs is Dark Carnival. This is Dark Carnival, and this is Dark Carnival.
Nice.
Now, since they're all 3 Dark Carnival crew cards, you can get a Dark Carnival Unity benefit.
Nice.
But with the 3 Hound Dogs, you can choose anything. You can make them all Psychopathic, and you'll draw a card, or you can make them all Underground, and you draw a flavor card. So let's rewind that turn back and try this again, because
I would totally play that different.
Yeah, you actually have a pretty decent hand.
All right,
Okay.
so I'm gonna go ahead and declare that Underground. I'm gonna declare the Hound Dogs Underground on that one, and I'll declare that Hound Dogs Underground. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw a flavor card.
Yep. And so whenever you draw a flavor card, that goes right into your hand, the flavor card, okay?
Okay.
So whenever you draw a flavor card, it goes right into your hand. You can play it at any time during your turn, or not at all. And then, yeah, once you're done with your turn, though, the flavor cards always go to the flavor discard pile.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They don't go into your discard pile. That's the only difference. But you treat that just like a normal card, just like as if you had a card in your hand.
Okay.
Keep in mind that flavor cards can be stomped just like any other card. Stomped flavor cards, however, go to the flavor discard pile instead of your own.
So go ahead.
I'm gonna start with the Ninja +1 Karma, another Ninja +1 Karma, and I'm gonna go ahead and play my flavor card which is plus 3 karma.
Oh, you suck. Okay. That's one of the best flavor cards in the deck. All right.
So I have 5 karma.
So you went from being able to do nothing to having 5 karma.
Right.
Yeah,
so that difference of one wrong move can make.
Yep.
All right. So I have 5 karma, and I'm gonna go ahead and get Legs Diamond.
Okay.
So that is my into the discard pile.
Okay.
Discard pile, and I'll replace that. And I have my next hand.
All right, and again, I'm just going to look through the Juggalo deck to see what's coming up next. You can't change the order of the Juggalo deck, but you can kind of see what's coming up next.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to lay Chuck the Chainsaw. Now, this is an item card, and I'm going to explain how the item cards work. When you lay an item card, it goes into play in your play area, and at the end of your turn, you do not discard it, okay? You can use that item card every turn.
Nice.
All right, so it's like a super benefit, if you will. All right.
When you play an item card, you do not have to use its effect immediately. Instead, you may use it at any point during your turn or not at all.
All right, so that's in play, and I'm going to go ahead and use its effect. So once during your turn, you may roll on the Wheel of Fate. So you can look at the reference card for what the Wheel of Fate is. The Wheel of Fate is 12 random things that can happen. They're 12 random effects.
Okay.
So you don't know what you're going to get until you roll. So I'm going to roll a die, and I got a 7. Okay, what a 7 is abolish a card from your hand or discard pile. Okay, so right now I have 4 cards still in my hand. If you already had them in play, you couldn't abolish them. Okay, I don't have a discard pile, but I could also abolish a card out of there. So I'm going to choose to abolish a card in my hand, which is going to be the Hound Dogs. So that goes straight to the Abyss. Okay, whenever you abolish a card, it goes straight to the Abyss, which is basically out of play. Now the benefit of this is you want to abolish cards because that's going to make your deck stronger. By getting rid of these weaker cards, you're going to be drawing some of the stronger cards that you've already purchased before, right?
Right.
So you want to do that as much as possible because it's going to weed out the weaker cards. All right, so then I'm going to play a Ninja for 1 karma, play a Ninja for 1 karma, and play a Ninja for 1 karma. Okay? So that's the rest of my cards in my hand. So I have 3 karma, and I'm going to buy this Dark Carnival Juggalo that's on the top of the deck there.
Okay.
And that's done. Now notice I discard my cards, but I keep the item card in play because that's going to stay in play until an effect knocks it out of play. And then I draw 5 new cards.
Okay.
All right. And I don't replace anything in the gallery because I bought a Juggalo card. That's all I did. All right.
I tried to steal that card and keep
Nice.
it.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start again on this one. I'm going to do the +2 with KG. And again, that's going to stomp. If you have any stomp cards, you cannot stomp me. I'm going to do the Ninja for 1 karma, another Ninja for 1 karma. I also have a Juggalo card for 2 karma. So, and then I have the Hype Man, and that's +2. I see that it has choose a crew. This card becomes that crew until the end of your turn. But unfortunately, I don't have.
Yeah, you don't have enough to really get a unity.
So I really can't use that half.
Right, it's still a great hand though.
Right,
Okay,
right.
That's right. Okay.
So I have 8 karma in my hand right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get the Psychopathic Riders.
All right.
And that'll go right to my discard pile. And oops, I'll go ahead and replace this one.
So you got a bit of skill, I see. Okay, straight. Okay.
It's the luck of the draw.
No, it's more than that. All right. So draw your 5 new cards.
And 5.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and play this card, Amy in the Attic. +2 karma, and you may abolish a card from your hand or discard pile. All right. In this case, I am going to abolish a card out of my hand, which is going to be the Hound Dogs again, which goes to the Abyss. All right. I'm going to go ahead and use Chuck the Chainsaw. Now, what I like to do to help me remember that I've used the card, Chuck the Chainsaw, is to go ahead and just basically tilt the card sideways like that, just showing that it's been used, because you can only use this card once per turn. So I roll on that, I got a 3. Okay, what a 3 does is it allows me to take a card from my discard pile of cost 3 or less, and I can put it on top of my deck. So I'm going to take this Juggalo card, which it's talking about the karma cost, 3 or less, and I place it on top of my deck. Now, whenever you place a card on top of your deck, it's always face down. Whenever you place a card in your discard pile, it's always face up. Okay, so I don't get to use it this turn, but it's chilling there, ready to go. All right, so anyway, 2, play a ninja, play another ninja, and play another ninja. That's 5 karma altogether. Now I just have to choose which card I'm going to purchase. And I'm going to go ahead and purchase Sugar Slam.
Of course.
Bam, which goes there. All right, and so all my cards get discarded. I replace the gallery with a new card, and I draw 5 new cards. Okay. So again, like right now, I drew 5 cards, right? Which left no cards in my deck. You don't actually shuffle your discard pile until you need to actually draw a new card. Then you'd actually shuffle it.
Okay.
Which we forgot totally to explain about the discard pile. You need to shuffle it. Okay.
Let's talk about what happens when you run out of cards in your main deck. For example, it's the end of your turn. You've done all your actions, you've discarded all your cards, but there's only 3 cards left in your main deck to draw from. You would draw those 3 cards, you would pick up your discard pile, shuffle it, lay it face down in front of you, and this would now become your personal deck. You would then draw 2 cards to bring your hand up to 5 cards.
First card I'm going to put down is Juggalo Juice.
Okay.
And then I'll let you.
So yeah, basically what the Juggalo Juice card does is normally when you buy a card from the gallery, you don't get to replace it until the end of your turn. With Juggalo Juice, if you buy a card, you get to immediately replace it. So it gives you more options on cards to buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one I'm going to play, I'm going to go ahead and play the Homies plus 2 karma. So I have 2 karma, and then I'm going to do a ninja for +1, another ninja for +1, and the final ninja for +1. So I have 5, and I'm going to grab the Hatchet Man Charm.
Okay. And again,
And that
that's the
goes
item
right
card,
into
but
my
it goes right to your discard. All right, excellent. Okay. And we got a game. It's pretty good so far. All right. I'm watching.
There's no way.
Yeah, there's a way.
Lucky.
There's a will, there's a way. All right, now here's what we're doing. The first thing I'm doing is I'm going to use Chuck the Chainsaw at the start of my turn. So I'm going to tilt it to show it's being used. I roll the 12-sided die, and it gives me an 11. All right, what 11 is draw a flavor card. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the flavor card. It goes into my hand. All right, and I'm going to play this right now. This is a flavor card. You may abolish up to 2 cards from your hand and or discard pile.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
So in this case, I'm going to abolish 2 cards from my discard pile, which are these 2 ninjas, which go right here. Okay. So now the flavor card, when you play it, it stays in play until the end of your turn. Okay. So just like all the other cards. All right. The next card I'm going to play here is the Super Ninjas, which is +1 karma and draw a card. All right. Since I don't have a deck and I have to draw a card, then I would shuffle my discard pile and I would get to draw the card. All right, and I draw a card. All right, so then I'm gonna play a Juggalo for +2 karma. I'm gonna play Sugar Slam for +2 karma. Now Sugar Slam has an or effect. Her effect is +2 karma, or if this is the first card played, discard the rest of your hand and draw 5 new cards. Now since it's not the first card played, I can't use her secondary power. But she still grants me +2 karma, which I'm all about. All right, now I have 3 Psychopathic cards in play, and I'm going to go ahead and take the Unity benefit right now to draw an extra card for the Psychopathic. All right, and then I'm going to play this for +2 karma, a ninja for +1 karma, and another ninja for +1 karma. And this card I'm going to keep in my hand for right now. All right, so I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 karma altogether.
Man.
All right, now there is an epic card on the board for 9. I just want to point that out. So I can buy an epic card. You can buy epic cards at any time as long as you have the correct amount of karma, which I do. So I'm thinking about that. But there's a lot of other options here, so I need to just see what you can grab, because maybe I don't want you to have it either. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Okay. So in this case, I am going to buy the Great Malenko card, which goes right there. It goes just like any other card you purchase. It goes right to your discard pile. for 9 karma. And then at the end of my turn, the actual flavor card goes to the flavor discard pile. The rest of my cards that are in my hand and in play go to the discard pile, and I draw 5 new cards. Okay. And then I just untilt the chuck the chainsaw. All right, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play the Hound Dogs and declare that Psychopathic. Another Hound Dog, declare that one Psychopathic. And then Legs Diamond, which is also Psychopathic, which would allow me to draw another card with the Unity benefit, which I will use.
Well, actually, before you get the Unity benefit, in this case, right, technically tournament rules, you have to finish this card's effect before you do anything else.
Okay.
So right now, its effect is obtain a card that costs 5 or less for free. So you technically want to do that first before you do anything else.
I'm going to go ahead and play the Ringmaster's Hat.
Okay.
All right, and...
Alright, so the first card I want to play is the Great Malenko, which is +2 karma, and you may abolish up to 3 cards from your hand or discard pile. So I'm going to abolish actually 2 ninjas, and I'm going to go ahead and abolish this Hound Dog out of my hand. Alright, so I chose 2 ninjas from my discard pile and the Hound Dog out of my hand. So these cards go here into the abyss. And that's the Great Malenko. Next, I'm going to use the Chuck the Chainsaw, the item card that's in play that I get to use once per round. And I rolled a 1, which is nothing. It does absolutely nothing. All right, so then Sugar Slam, I'm going to use her for +2 karma, so that's 4. And Ninja is 5, and Ninja is 6. So I have a total of 6 karma that I can spend. So, even though this goes against my better judgment, I'm going to go ahead and, actually it doesn't go against my better judgment. I'm going to go ahead and get the Guar card, all right, which goes right to my discard pile, and that costs exactly 6. All right, so all my cards go into the discard pile. I'm going to go ahead and replace. All right, and then I got to shuffle my deck because, again, I have no deck, so I have to shuffle my discard pile and draw 5 new cards.
Okay.
And I do have a stomp this time.
I know, that's why I'm waiting.
So you might want to wait until I get my...
That's why I was waiting.
2, 3, 4, 5. All right, continue play.
Okay. So the first one I'm going to play is my Hatchetman Charm.
Okay.
And that allows me once during my turn to obtain a crew card of 5 or less.
Actually, it's once during your turn when you obtain a crew card of cost 5 or less, you may place it on top of your deck instead of your discard pile.
Got it.
Yep.
Okie doke.
Now this card might be broken. It's a very powerful card when it's used correctly.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, you might have to teach me that.
Right. See what happens.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and lay down the KG Kevin Gill card.
Nice. So none of your cards, including Fiends, can be stomped this turn.
Just in case.
Yeah, you did the right play because it was about to get stomped. I'm just letting you know.
I've got 2 karma with KG Kevin Gill. I'm going to do the Homies card, which also gives me 2 karma, and I can reveal my deck's top card. Which I would like to. And when I do that, do I show you, or is it just for my eyes only?
Exactly. When you reveal a card, you just flip it up. Everybody gets to see it.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Oh,
okay, so it's a ninja, right?
Uh-huh.
So with this card, you can choose to keep it, which you put it face down, or discard it, so you don't have to draw it next turn.
I'm going to go ahead and discard it.
Nice choice.
All right, so I've got 4 karma. I'm going to go ahead and put down the 2 karma. And it also says this card can become the crew until the end of my turn. So I am going to declare it Psychopathic.
So this is, choose a crew. This card becomes that crew until the end of your turn. So what this effect does is you can change it from being underground and you can make it into whatever you want, in this case, Psychopathic. So when you do that, it becomes Psychopathic until the end of your round. Okay.
So my hype man helped me out.
Yes, it did.
Because of that, I get to draw another card. So let me go ahead and shuffle these. So I'm at 6. I've got a ninja for 7 and another ninja for 8.
Nice.
Okay.
You get some good hands over here.
I am. So because I have 8, I'm going to go ahead and do the Mighty Death Pop because it does have...
It's a good choice.
Yes.
It's a great card.
I'm going to put
and
that
it'll give
in
you
my...
some abolish as well.
And because of that, and I have 2 karma left, I am going to go ahead and place this Juggalo card on the bottom of the stack.
Okay, and again, because of your Juggalo juice, you would immediately replace that card.
Oh, yes. Thanks, I keep forgetting about that one. All right, that ends my turn.
All right, so at the very start of my turn, after you get your 5 cards,
got it.
You can't stomp this card anyway because all item cards are shielded. It's the Gravedigger's Shovel, one of my favorite cards in the game. So once during your turn, you may reveal your deck's top card. If its cost is 3 or less, draw it. Otherwise, you turn it face down. So I can do that at any time, so I'm going to hold off on that actually. And I'm going to play the Guar card, which is +1 karma and draw a card. Or I can discard to stomp an opponent's card being played, then draw a card. Now, obviously, I would have had to stomp you during your turn. Which didn't happen because you played the Kevin Gill card. All right, so anyway, I do still get the +1 karma and draw a flavor card.
Nice.
Okay. Then I'm going to play this card, which is +1 karma, and you may abolish a card. It's a killer carny. +1 karma, and you may abolish a card from your hand or discard pile, or abolish this card to gain +2 karma. So if I really needed the boost, I can abolish this card to the abyss to gain +2 karma. Anyway, I'm going to use it for the +1 karma and abolish a card from my hand or discard pile. In this case, I'm going to abolish a card out of my hand, which is the ninja. All right. So then I'm going to go ahead and do the Gravedigger's Shovel now. Again, turning it sideways to show that I've used it. I'm going to reveal to everybody my top card. If its cost is 3 or less, which it is because it's a Juggalo card, it goes right into my hand. Next, I'm going to play... No, not yet. So I'm going to go ahead and play this for +2 karma. And I'm going to go ahead and play this one for +1 karma. So right now I have 2, 3, 4, 5 karma all together. And I'm going to study the board for a second, acting like I know what I'm about to do, even though I don't. All right. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and try my luck with Chuck the Chainsaw and see what happens. Hopefully it'll give me some karma. Okay. 8, which it does, +2 karma. All right, so typically what I like to do to help me remember if you play a card with an effect like that gives you karma, I like to just put it on top, like the die, so to show I got 2 karma there.
Nice.
So now I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 karma all together, which is great because I'm going to buy, now I can afford this card, which is the Wraith. So plus, and that goes to my discard pile. All right, but then using this combo, since I have this flavor card in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and play it, which is +1 karma, and you may place a non-epic card from your discard pile on top of your deck. So this is where the combo plays start coming in. The playing of your cards is extremely important. You have to play them in the right order in order to get the maximum effect. So this is going to allow me to put the Wraith back on top of my deck like that.
Nice.
Unless you stop it.
I don't want to waste my stuff just yet.
So the Wraith goes right on top of my deck, so I'll be drawing it next round. My turn's over. Now, yeah, again, just so you know, I know you know, but for everybody out there, when you play a stop, you can stop flavor cards as well.
Oh.
Any card that's being played, you can stop it. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is when you stop a flavor card, it goes directly to the flavor discard and not to your own discard. All right, so it's then my turn, so this goes there. These cards go to my discard pile. These cards are going to untap. I'm going to replace the gallery with it's a bodyguard, and then I'm going to draw 5 new cards. One of them being the Wraith. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start. Oh, what do I want to start with? Because I know you have. Let's start with Legs Diamond, where I can obtain a card of 5 or less for free.
When cards cost 5, they're actually worth 2 gathering points. Let's explain that right now. All right, so every card has a GP value, which stands for gathering points. So at the end of the game, that's how you determine who wins. You basically are going to take all your cards, lay them out, count out the GP value. Whoever's got the most GP value wins. Okay? So typically cards that cost 2 through 4 are worth 1 GP. If it's 5, 6, or 7, they're 2. If it's 8, it's 3. And then it goes up from there with the epic cards. Epic cards being worth the most. Okay?
Okay.
And epic cards are typically the most powerful in the game as well.
Okay.
Yep.
With the 5 or less for free, I'm going to go ahead and grab Moon Glorious.
Okay.
Natalie should have immediately replaced the empty slot in the gallery because of her Juggalo juice. And because she has the Hatchet Man charm, she could have placed the Moon Glorious card she just purchased on top of her deck.
I am also
You should have a garbage hand right now.
I know you would be.
Ninjas all the way, maybe a hound dog. Go ahead, lay it down.
Maybe.
Because you had all your flavor already.
So I'm going to go ahead and play my Bodyguard to take a spin on the Wheel of Fate.
Yep. All right,
8.
+2 karma.
All right, so we'll put that on
So
2 so I
you
won't
just
forget
put that on top so you won't forget.
All right, so I've got a ninja for +1, another ninja for +1. So now I have 4.
Yeah.
I've got 4, and I.
And a hound dog.
So you knew I was in my hand.
I pay attention to the cards. Believe me.
You do.
I pay attention.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna look through your discard pile because you can do that
You
anytime.
can do that.
Actually, yeah. Oh yeah, the money death pop is done. Yeah, you don't got nothing going on next round. All right, let's see if I can get ahead here.
I'm gonna go ahead. I know there's 4 karma. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the axe.
Yeah, that's more abolishing ability.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So that goes here. And these ones go here.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and place the gallery then.
Yes.
Interesting. 2 very good cards. All right. I'll wait till you get your hands.
And 5. Okay.
Your hand. Okay. So I'm gonna start with this card right here, which is +2 karma, and I can abolish a card from my hand or discard pile.
Okay.
All right. So I will abolish this ninja that's in my discard pile.
Gosh, you're bogging me down with these ninjas. And
Right, that's right. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and roll Chuck the Chainsaw. I get to, once during your turn, you may roll on the Wheel of Fate. I got 11, which is draw a flavor card. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my hand. Next, I'm going to use the Gravedigger's Shovel, which allows me to reveal my deck's top card. If its cost is 3 or less, I get to draw it. Now, in this case, it's the Great Malenko. I cannot draw it because it costs 9. So that goes face down. All right, so next I am going to play this card, which is +1 karma and draw a card, which gives me the Great Malenko. It was just revealed. All right. So next I'm going to play this Juggalo card, which is +2 karma. And then I'm going to play the Wraith, which is +2 karma. And you may put a Dark Carnival card from your discard pile into your hand. So that's going to allow me to go through this deck and place a Dark Carnival card in my hand.
nice.
Okay? So I place this into my hand. All right? So that's that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use the Unity benefit right now to gain +2 karma. Remember, you have the Drainer Road Monk, so you can try to stop some stuff. I play Sugar Slam, +2 karma. You can try to stop some stuff to be more particular.
Are you trying to wait for?
No,
I'm
just
like hoping that there's a card that.
I'm just saying, like, you got it if you need it, you know. All right, then I'm gonna play this Killer Carney. All right, so I'm gonna use its Aura ability, which is abolish this card to gain +2 karma. So I abolish this card, and you could stop that too, technically. But anyway, to gain +2 karma. So now I have 2. And if you would have stopped that card, it wouldn't have been abolished. It would have just went right to my discard pile, just so you know. All right, so I got 2 karma floating. I'm using that die to help me remember. I play the Great Malenko, which is +2 karma. You can't stop it because it's shielded. All right, and then I have multiple myself, which is copy the effect of a starter or crew card you have in play. It costs 4 or less. All right, so In this case, I'm going to go ahead and copy Super Ninjas. Now, again, you could stomp that if you want.
I'm going to go ahead and stomp
I'm
it.
just trying
I'm going to go ahead and stomp it.
Okay, so now...
I was trying to save it.
All right, so now when I try to play this card, you're stomping it, right?
Yeah.
So, bam, you knock this card out. Now, since it's a flavor card, it never comes into play, and it goes right to the flavor discard pile. And this card, when you use this, you have to abolish this, which means it goes right to the abyss.
Okay.
Whenever it gets abolished. And now that's...
Gone.
finally out of play.
Ah,
Thank you.
see, you probably
No. I'm just saying, you could. I was just letting you know. Like I would have stomped probably the Wraith,
Okay.
And I could have played the Wraith a little bit better, but I'm going for the epic cards right now, so I'm just kind of focused on that. All right. So anyway, I got 2, 4, 6 Unity benefit 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 karma right now.
Whoa.
15 altogether. So for 12, actually. Let me just take a look at the abyss right now. See what's chilling in there. Okay, yeah. So I do like the Drainer Road monks though. But so for 12, I'm gonna go ahead. There's no good cards for 4. There's one good card for 4. Yep. So for 12, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the Carnival of Carnage, which goes just an epic card that goes right to my discard pile. And then for 3, I buy a Juggalo, which, I'm just going to buy a Psychopathic Juggalo, which goes right there. Okay, so it's the end of my turn. I go ahead and discard all my cards, which goes here. This epic card gets replaced. I will shuffle my cards and draw. So the first thing I'm going to do is a Gravedigger's Shovel. I'm going to reveal my deck's top card. All right, its cost is 12, so I don't get to draw it. So it's going to go there. Next, I'm going to play Sugar Slam. I'm going to use her Aura effect. If this is the first card played, now a card played is not an item card. Like when you use the item card's effect, it's not played. It's when you actually lay a card. That's when it's played. So if this is the first card played, discard the rest of your hand and draw 5 new cards. So that's what I'm doing.
Whoa. I know why.
Okay, boom. And I discard it.
Oh, no.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I draw 5 cards. Okay, now this is going to get silly.
I know, and I have nothing to stop.
All right, next I'm going to play this card, which is the Wraith. And again, the Sugar Slam stays in place. So it's +2 karma, and you may put a Dark Carnival card from your discard pile right into my hand. So I do have one, which is Aiming the Attic. So this is going into my hand unless you stop it. Okay, no. All right, so then I play Aiming the Attic. I may abolish a card from my hand or discard pile. I don't want to do that, so I won't use that secondary power. I put a Juggalo, which is Dark Carnival. I'm going to go ahead and take the Unity benefit right now. So that's going to give me +2 karma on top of that. All right, I'm going to use Chuck the Chainsaw right now to roll randomly. A 1 is nothing again. Damn you, Chuck the Chainsaw. All right.
You still have the 2.
Yeah, I still got the 2 from the Unity benefit, so I'll just put that right there to remind me. All right, then I play Guar, +1 karma, and draw a flavor card. So I'll draw it. All right. I'll play it now, and that's Tom Wood, actually.
Yeah.
It's Hocus Pocus. +2 karma, you may put the next item card you obtain this turn into my hand. So if I happen to obtain an item card, there's none on the board, so it's probably not going to help me. I play the Great Malenko, which is +2 karma. You may abolish up to 3 cards, but I'm not going to abolish anything. So I'll just take the +2 karma. And then finally, I play Carnival of Carnage, which is copy the effect of the card in the epic tier. So I can copy any effect in the epic tier. Okay. So in this case, I am going to copy Violent J, which is going to give me +3 karma, and I may obtain a card from the abyss that costs 6 or less for free. So, and I already know what I want. I'm gonna obtain the Drainer Road monks for free, and they go right into play because that's what fiends do. All right, and it gives me +3 karma. So altogether, floating karma with the Unity benefit, I have 5.
I think you have 18 if I've counted correctly.
All right, because this is technically Violent J. I copy the effect of Violent J, and the effect of a card is what's in this box. Okay, so when you copy the effect of a card, you don't necessarily copy its type. You know, it doesn't become that card. It just copies the text that's in the box. All right. So right now I have I played this for the ore benefit Sugar Slam, so it's not giving me any karma because you can do one or the other. So I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 5 more gives me 16 karma. Okay? So for 16 karma, I'm going to go ahead and buy Jamie Madrox.
Good one.
All right. 5 left, all right? Unless my math is wrong. All right, and then for 5, I'm going to go ahead and buy Head PE. Even though it's not going to help me out. But in this case, I'm going to buy it because it's good for, I don't really have any underground cards in my deck. I got Guar, actually, which is going to give me, but I'm going to buy it for the gathering points because it's worth 2. All right, and so I've done everything for my turn. I'm going to discard all the cards, which is basically goes here, untap these, put something out in the gallery, and then put another card out in the epic tier. Now, when we draw this last epic tier card, it goes into the end phase, you know, which basically that's how the game ends. There's 2 ways the game can end. One, you draw on the last epic card, and the other one is if you draw the last main deck card. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so now I got to shuffle my cards. Now I have the Drainer Road Monk that you were used against me. Now I have it right back, and it's ready to use against you. So this flavor card goes here. All right. Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and play Hound Dogs. I'm going to declare that one Psychopathic. My other Hound Dogs declare that one Psychopathic. And the Psychopathic Riders.
Okay. Which I can't stop because it's shielded.
Correct.
Right.
And that gives me 3 karma, and I could potentially purchase something from the Abyss, but I have my eye on something else. I'm going to go ahead and use the Unity benefit, which is to draw another card, and I'm going to have to shuffle this. Right. I'm going to use Moon Glorious.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay.
Unfortunately, there's no items out, so
Yeah.
I'm going to use the karma.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and stomp that with the Drainer Road Monks. All right, so I abolish this to the Abyss, and then you'll have to discard that card because it's effectively stomped.
Okay.
Just to try to slow you down a little bit.
Yes. I've got the Ninja +1 karma.
You can have that.
Another
And you can
Ninja
have
plus
that, too.
I can't get rid of them. I can't get rid of them. Okay, so I have 5.
I approve of those cards.
I've got 5. I'm going to go ahead and take Cemetery Girl. Mine.
Oh, I'm definitely getting that next.
I know you were.
All right, this goes right into play because it's
yes.
15.
Oh, my bad.
And it also has a stop effect, which is great. Great for you. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is Gravedigger's Shovel. At the beginning of my turn, I reveal a card that is not 3 or less, so I cannot draw it. It goes face down. The next thing I'm going to do is the Super Ninjas, which is +1 karma and draw a card. Okay. Then I am going to play the Psychopathic Juggalos. I'm going to play Sugar Slam, who's also Psychopathic, +2 karma. And then I'm going to use the Unity benefit to draw a card. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and play Jamie Madrox, which is draw 4 flavor cards, keep 2, and discard the other 2.
I'm going to go ahead and stomp you.
You can't stomp that because it's shielded, but you can stomp the flavor cards when I try to play them.
Okay.
If you wish.
All right.
All right, so, this is really easy. All right, so I'm going to discard Joke Your Mind and Still Stabbing, and I put these 2 into my hand. All right, I'm gonna try to play this one right now, which is +2 karma, and you may abolish up to 6 cards from the gallery, then replace it. It's Knight of the Axe.
I'll go ahead and stomp it.
Okay. All right. So now, when you stomp this card, it goes, since it's a flavor card, it goes to the flavor discard. That goes to your Abyss. But if you read that card, you also get to draw a card when you stomp with that card.
Oh,
The
draw 2 cards.
No, the Cemetery Girl is it's either draw 2 cards if you use it during your turn, however you used it during my turn, or abolish this card to stomp an opponent's card being played, then draw a card.
Nice.
So you still get to draw a card to replace it, so it's
Nice.
not too shabby. All right, I'm going to play this other flavor card. If I was king, draw 3 cards, then keep 1 and discard the other 2. So I draw 3 cards, I get to keep 1 of these, and then discard the other 2. Oh, this is really good. All right, so I'm actually going to discard these 2, including Guar. All right, and I'm going to keep this card, and I'm going to play it right now, which is head PE plus 2 karma, and you place an underground card from your discard pile on top of your deck.
I'm gonna stomp that.
What? No! Oh man, I was gonna set this up to use for next round, so I have a stomp on you. Okay, so you stomp this card, so this goes right to my discard pile, and that goes to your discard pile, and unfortunately you don't get to draw a card with that.
Right.
So now that brings you down to 4 cards. Now this is something. How'd you draw an extra card?
The
that's right. Okay. But if you were to go down to 4 cards, at the beginning of your next turn, you stay with those 4 cards.
Okay.
You don't get to draw up to 5. You only draw 5 cards at the end of your turn. All right. So anyway, you're good there. You're definitely slowing me down, which is okay.
Your next move.
Yeah, you're gonna just kill that too. All right. Yeah, it's really messing me up. All right. So I just want to see what's on the board. Okay. So I still got some flavor going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and use Chuck the Chainsaw. Roll. Got a 1 again. Nothing. What? What is happening here?
It's a trick die.
Oh man. Okay. So Juggalo plus 2 karma, aiming in the attic, and I can abolish a card, which I'm not gonna do. And then plus 2 karma, you can put a Dark Carnival card from your discard pile, but I don't have any in my discard pile, so it's all just karma. Alright, so this doesn't give me any karma, this doesn't give me any karma, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean,
You're dominating. How do you get so many cards?
You killed me though. I was about to get super live on you. Just like, all right. So let me see here. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna buy the Ringmaster.
Dang.
For 11, and the epic card comes out, and I get to draw some more cards. All right.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'll wait until sorry. I know I gotta wait. Even though I'd rather play really quickly.
Yeah. You need to wait.
I know.
You need to hold on. Let me see if I get my Guar up and running. And that Violent J should be coming out soon too. Oh no, actually, Carnival Carnage on it. Okay. Give me some flavor. Give me some payback.
All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with Billy Bell. I can draw a card.
Hold on a second. Entertain an item card.
Unfortunately, there's still no items out.
All right, go ahead.
It's been pretty stale for me on that.
Yeah. Well, this card can be really good.
It can be very good.
But it's
You've stopped me.
Yeah, it's basically it's a crapshoot.
All right. I'm also going to use the Psychopathic Soldiers. Gives me 1 karma, and I may abolish a card. So let me go ahead 1 by 1, get rid of these bad boys.
You're right, slowly and surely.
Okay, and I'm going to use a Hound Dog and declare that Psychopathic. Okay. So that'll allow me to draw another card. So I'm at 1 karma, and I've got plus 2 karma, and I can reveal...
All right, hold on a second.
Oh.
You might have something better. That's such a weak card, but I'm
stomp.
No! All right, so with Guar, I get to discard to stomp an opponent's card being played, then draw a card. So I get to draw a card to replace it.
Darn.
I just wanted to do
Killing
that.
me, I know you do.
Because you've been doing it to me all last round.
All right, that really knocked me down. Okay, Ninja 1 karma.
Oh, good.
Ninja 1 karma. So
right,
I only have 3 karma, and unfortunately, my Cartoon Nightmares does not help me.
Oh, wow.
It
All
does
right.
not help me.
Now, what you wanted to do in this case, did you just draw that? No. What you wanted to do was make this Dark Carnival.
Rather than drawing a card.
Because if you would have made the Hound Dog Dark Carnival, then you would have had a Dark Carnival card in play, and then that would have gave you +3 karma.
Very nice tip.
Yeah.
I did not even think of that. So look at that. So all I have, because I didn't play that, I've got 3 karma.
Oh, man.
I'm going to go ahead and grab Whitney. I know. It's so bad.
All right.
But see, you taught me something I didn't even think of. So.
All right. You're not going to like this turn. You're really
Come
not
on,
gonna
please
like
give
it.
me some stomp cards
All right,
here.
first thing I'm going to do is Gravedigger Shuffle. Reveal the top card. Okay, its cost is 5. It's head PE, so I can't draw it with that. Next, I'm going to go ahead with Chuck the Chainsaw and roll. All right, a 10 is draw 2 cards. All right, you're really not going to like this turn. All right, so I draw 2 cards. All right, next I'm going to play head PE, +2 karma, and you may place an underground card from your discard pile on top of your deck. So I'm going to place Guar on top of my deck. Okay, so then Amy Attic, Psychopathic Juggalo. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead with Carnival of Carnage. I get to copy any card in the Epic tier. In this case, I'm going to copy Shaggy, so I get to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. It's about to get sillier. All right, then I'm going to play Super Ninja, which is +1 karma and draw a card. All right, I'll do that. All right, then I'm going to play Jamie Madrox, draw 4 flavor cards, keep 2 and discard the other 2. All right, so... right.
I'm not going anywhere for a while.
All right, so this is that and that's that, so yeah. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and grab these 2. No, it's not the play. I'm going to grab these 2. All right, so those 2 get discarded. I'm keeping these 2. All right, so he's done. All right, with this card, Black Crows is a flavor card. I obtain a Juggalo card for free. Then you may abolish a card from my hand or discard pile. I'm just going to obtain a Juggalo for free. I'm just looking for GP at this point with that in mind. All right, and I still haven't gotten a Unity benefit yet, which I don't know if... yeah, actually, I can't obtain it. All right, so I'm going to do a Juggalo here. And... all right. So I'm going to go ahead and, with this 3 karma here, I'm just going to put it to the side like that, showing that I spent it. I'm going to grab this Wicked Clowns card and buy it right now. You don't have to wait at the end of your turn to purchase stuff. You can use it any time. All right, then I play this Wraith, +2 karma, and when you may put a Dark Carnival card from your discard pile in your hand. So this card I just bought, I get to put right into my hand. All right, now I'm going to use the Unity benefit. All right, so it gives me another +2 karma. I'll just show this right here, showing that it's a floating karma. All right, and then I play this, so +2 karma, +2 karma, +1 karma, and draw a flavor card. All right, I'm going to play the flavor card, which is just draw a card. All right, +2 karma, +2 karma with the Great Malenko Sugar Slam. And then the Ringmaster is +2 karma, and you may abolish up to 2 cards from your hand, which I'm not going to do. So it's all just karma. So I have, with this floating karma, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 karma.
Question.
Yeah.
Are you able to purchase 2 epic cards in one turn?
No, you're not. You can only purchase 1 epic card.
That's good news
around.
for me.
Well, there's only 1 left, so...
oh, that's bad news.
Yeah.
It's over. I knew that 2 turns ago when you
even
started
after I
doing
did this, I still got 21 karma right now.
Right.
All right, so for 11, I buy this, which leaves me with 10. Because I had 21, so I got 10 left. So I'll buy this for 7 and this for 10. Okay, now this goes here. These flavor cards go here. All right, that's a flavor card. All this goes here. All right, and that's the end of the game. Because once this epic card comes out...
oh, I don't get to turn?
No, because you went first.
Oh!
So because you went first, I'm always going to go last. so that everybody has an equal amount of turns.
And I know
So
I
now-
don't have to count, but
Now we take all of our cards that we have and we basically count the GP value of all the cards. Now what I like to do is I like to put them in stacks of 10 because it's just easier that way, like if you have to recount them. All right, and you basically count them all. $45 points at the end. What do you got?
do I want to say?
I don't know.
19.
Oh,
I
okay.
told you that was the worst.
All right, yeah.
Woo.
Well, you know.
Oh, wait. Oh,
You still
I
got
forgot
more.
about those.
Yeah, count those up.
20. I had
Okay,
24.
all
That
right,
makes it
that's
feel a
fair.
little bit better.
All right, but yeah, just so you know, I have crazy experience over here to this game.
Right.
Yeah.
You've definitely.
And I'm at like 95% wins, I believe. So it was
You
still
put me through
respectable.
college for MBA.
Right. Sorry. All right, so that's it. That's the conclusion of a game of advanced play into the Echoside. So basically, when that last epic card came out, we tally up our points. Whoever has the most GP wins the game. Now, if there was a tie, then you would count whoever has the most points in epic cards to break that tie. And then if that was tied, then whoever says, "Give me my money, motherfucker," first would win the game. That's how you break the super tie.
Nice.
All right. So I believe we explained everything. Again, just to reiterate the stomps, when an opponent plays a card, you have to give them ample time to stomp. So like if I have a stomp in my hand and you're playing cards, and if I see a card that I think I want to stomp, I can tell you, hold on, and like look at the card, and you have to pause, you know what I mean, giving you time, and then I can decide whether I want to stomp that card or not. And if you move on, like let's say you have a stomp and I play a card and you decide not to stomp it and I play another card, you can't go back and stomp that first card, okay? So basically the way stomps work is they have to be played right when the card is laid, like right when it comes into play. That's when you have to stomp a card. All right, and that's it.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Good game.
good game. And
I'll take it.
yeah, we'll get a couple more under your belt, and then you can try to obtain the world title. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you never know.
Keep practicing.
I will.
So,
I will.
I'm gonna call you my Padawan for right now. But no, you did good. It was cool in the beginning. You had some
Started
really
out good.
Yeah, you had some really good. You had some of those 8-point turns early on. You had me worried. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Took all my abolishes.
Right.
Couldn't do anything.
There was a couple on the table you passed up
I
on.
did, and then I regretted it very quickly.
And you should have grabbed those, picked those up.
Lesson learned.
A really good strategy is early in the game, go for karma and go for abolish early in the game, above all else. Even if it's buying juggalos. Juggalos are really solid in the beginning of the game. So you want that karma to help you jump ahead and buy bigger cards early in the game. And you want to abolish, especially in a longer game, like a 4-player game or something like that. That's some really solid strategy early on. Okay, well that's
Thank
it. Yeah, excellent.